Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine from I Love Puppets here today on the Xtreme Movie Show. Yes, this is the Xtreme Movie Show with me, Puppetine, on this Puppet Takeover. It's the next part in this saga, and it includes me, Puppetine, of course, and that lovable, loyal amphibian we all know, Froggy.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
Froggy or Coffee?
I'm glowing red. Oh.
You are looking a little red today. Are you mad?
I'm hiding out somewhere.
Oh, okay, I understand. Well, I hope it's not from this episode of Kung Fu, which we have been covering for since episode 5, wasn't it?
5 or 6. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and we're finishing it up. I think we've done a much better job than our human predecessors.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for those guys. Those guys got fired.
Yeah, they did. You know what? But we do the job better, and so it's understandable.
Yeah. I mean, I will point out, though, that one guy, I like these Resident Evil, Resident Alien. The guy in the flannel. I forget what his name is, but he's pretty cool, But anyway, we're here to talk.
I don't remember that guy wearing flannel.
He did. He was by the pickup truck, when the aliens. Yeah, never mind. Anyway. Yeah, I want to.
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll get back to this. This is Kung Fu.
Yeah, and I think we should go straight into the recap. We left off last episode with some banging times, and they're waking up from them. Henry and Nicki are in the library, and
we're going at it. We didn't see it, but we got the aftermath.
Yes, because people want to get in the library, and for some reason they've decided to knock boots in the library. That's just rude.
Well, we see a flashback, how they started out, they were doing stuff, and then stuff got knocked over. His shirt, she ripped his shirt out, threw it on the statue and all that stuff, Anyway, but the most thing that really irritated me is as they're getting picking up stuff and their clothes on, there's two things. The old man who's knocking the door, the library's closed. Says closed. He's knocking on the door. I'm going to keep knocking for 5 to 10 minutes, thinking that someone's going to open the door. If its sign says it's closed and the library's not open yet, you need to wait because guess what? Chances are the library could be closed, but you don't know. And then the other thing is that they were doing research on all this stuff, and they left all their valuable research there, what they're working on the desk. Anybody can come in there and just, hey, what's this?
That's true. Zalin could just come on in and take it.
Or just anybody who just checks out a book. Oh, I think it's a book. I'll take it.
But you know what? They do actually get to discuss a little bit. They discuss Meiju's hidden message at the end of the tape with the lullaby leading them to the forge.
Thanks to Henry's friend.
Yes.
Who's a linguist, the program. Is they saw that they find out that it's actually been translated once and been used in the Korean in a song, like K-pop star. So they go to Vegas.
Yeah, I mean, you went.
But before this, though, there's a family meeting. And
yes, they were called to the restaurant. Why? Quickly, the parents, Mei, Li, and Jin, come on and to give their big news. They're closing the restaurant.
Because they're discussing their finances, they're losing money, they can't do anything. Much to the annoyance of the brother, the son. Who,
he had a hard time the episode before because
his boyfriend left him because he got a job in Chicago, so he left. And so he got dumped, and he's angry. And then he hears this, and I knew they're gonna say like Althea points out, maybe the reason you're upset is because something else happened. You don't take it out on mom and dad. Well, guess what? Mom and dad are giving up the shop without a fight. And the whole thing of the episode was funny, too. Last episode, the mom just, she's going to take over the cooking. The dad's going to do the randomly do that. And like the son points out later in the episode, he comes back to him, after all this stuff, he says, why don't you just go out on your own terms? Why do you just give up? Try the food. The food's great, Dad runs the front part, you might pick up more business. My question is, do they do delivery?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's probably why you're losing business.
They do delivery him. You're right. But you know what? That's quickly is the end of that scene.
Yes, yes. But that's the subplot behind everything else that's going on in the episode.
Yes.
So there you go.
Well, we get to see Xylin and Kerwin, Kerwin Tan. I want to know Mr. Tan's thoughts on naming his child similar to a frog.
Well, I mean, obviously Kermit was, was copyright. The only one's named her kid Kermit. Unless you're a frog, I have like 30 brothers named Kermit.
Do you?
Yeah, it got confusing. I just say, "What's up, Kay?" Or what's going on, and like, or I would say, "Okay," and they all look at me. I'm like, "What is going on? I'm not talking to you."
And they all say, "Hi ho," like that. Do they?
Well, not really. That'd be weird. Are you saying that all frogs are alike? You racist bastard.
No. It's just a joke about them being Kermit.
Yeah. Are all your siblings bald?
Yes.
Yeah. See?
Anyway,
on we go.
Kerwin and Xylin have their mission. They're going to go into his house to steal the weapons.
They're going into his dad's office building to steal the weapons out of the vault.
Yes.
Yes, and that's and he says she's like, "I'll be back in 10 minutes." He's like, "Why can't I come along?" He's like, "Well, they'll spot you right away." Security. She walks in, using a security badge, gets in there, and I believe this is a security badge from the dead guy, the one he stabbed the episode before. His dad's security. Yes, goes in there. She opens up the back secret door, and there's like a hidden room there with lasers. And then we get to see a flashback to Jay and Silent Bob, where seeing a woman jump and do flips through lasers.
Yeah, it's a little silly to me.
Yeah,
but
she gets in there, she comes out, and he's like, "There's 11 minutes." She's like, "Oh, whatever, let's go." So she's got duffel bags, and she's caught on camera that it's revealed because Evan, I think his name is, calls Nicki, and they send the video over there, and they show us that her walking out with 2 duffel bags. Zilan. So she has all the weapons out except
I believe 1.
Yeah, only one, and yes, and that's where this comes into play because the guy, the K-pop singer, turns out he's got a necklace that's much similar to Zilan's and everyone else's. Turns out he's a guardian, and you know what he has? The final weapon.
He does, and when they get there, they pull.
Which is weird though, because they say that Zilan called it a hammer.
Yeah,
he calls it a freaking a ball of mace.
Because it is.
Yeah, it's not a hammer.
It's not hammer time, Xylin.
No, it was ball time to the face.
Yes, but we don't need to talk about balls to her face. But in Vegas, when they get there, Nicki, actually it's not Nicki, it's Henry who pulls a slick move because they're sold out. So how can they get tickets to get in?
This was the funny, I think, where I was like, I just shook my head at this. They had the reason how they got the tickets, they robbed from these 2 girls, took it out of their back pockets. He took the 2 tickets out of there. But they make you feel they don't make you feel bad for these girls because otherwise, if somebody just stole tickets from someone who wants to really meet a pop star, you'd feel bad. You feel like Nicki and Henry are jerks. Instead, they make the 2 girls jerks, pushing through line, and just shoving away. And that's how they justify them stealing.
Yeah. But it's definitely a situation that it was humorous.
Yeah, it was.
But I think we need to go back to Althea, who visits Ryan, and she pretty much says what's going on because she knows something's wrong, and that's when he tells her about Joe going for work in Chicago, and she tries to comfort him, and later tells him that he shouldn't feel bad for this time with Joe. It wasn't a waste. They may have broken up, but it got them to the point where he had Joe meet their parents, and
he's stronger.
Going to be the +1 to the wedding.
She points out to Ryan, saying that, you know what, you're stronger now. She's like, 6 months ago, you never would have done this. You've actually learned from this with Joe. Help experience. You become a stronger individual, and take pride in that. No fun about that.
But you know what I really do enjoy? I do enjoy most of the scenes in Vegas.
Yes.
So Nicki, they managed to get their way into the after party, and they get to meet Simon. And so Simon thinks, oh, they just want to sign an autograph and all. But Nicki then asks about the song and reveals who she is. She's also a guardian, and she wants to protect the weapon. And he quickly just brushes it under the rug. He doesn't want to deal with it. And so he
denies saying, I don't know what you're talking about. It's all fantasy, And he's in the, and they both tell him, like, there's this woman coming. She will kill you.
Yep.
We're here to help you, but you will die if you do not, comply with us. And he's like, whatever, up in his hotel room there, his security guy's like, okay, here's your appointment. These people want to meet you. It's whatever business meeting. Turns out it's Alana and Kerwin. Yeah. And they head into the room. But as she's in there, she's basically threatening him, like, hey, I don't want to kill you. Here's the money. It's up. He's like, I don't take this. He basically tells her, I don't take this seriously. I don't have anything we're talking about it over. And she points out, you're lying, because there's no way you're gonna walk away without having this, the weapon with you. So he goes in there. He's like, fine, whatever. He's like, he goes there. He grabs, while he's about to do this, the other guy gets alert on his phone because the reason how they got in there, they looped the cameras. They killed it pretty much. Kerwin and her and Zalan killed his security guard team like instantly. Just stabbed all of them like instantly, and it kind of freaked him out. And he's like, "You're not gonna win. You just murdered everybody." He's like, "Well, he looped the cameras." So anyway, so the cameras are looped. You see, Nicki and Henry are making their way up through the hallway. They snuck in. I forgot how they got in. It rolled under a cage past the security guard somewhere in the garage. But anyway.
But the cool part is when Kerwin notices them on the camera.
Yeah.
And they go down and he says, I'll handle them, while Xylin and Simon get into a fight because Simon pulls out the mace and the hammer, she calls it. It's not a hammer, it's a mace.
Yeah.
And
a mace it can either be really short or really long. It's really weird.
Yeah, well,
he's nice. Either way though, this guy can fight. This was great. Oh, I love the choreography in this fight scene right here. It was by the best I've seen all episodes throughout the whole season so far. The best fight scene.
It's really good, but sadly, it's not enough. By the time that Henry and Nicki make their way,
Nicki made her way first. No, because Henry took her.
Yes,
Nicki came in. They're winning against Xylan. They had a Xylan, with the mace wrapped, chain wrapped around her neck, holding it. And then here comes Kerwin coming in with Henry, and Henry's on his knees and is a bloody mess. He's like, they were luckily let it go, and instantly Simon gets killed with the mace. Yeah,
right into his chest.
And I'm just sick of this. It just feels like the Flash. Nicki, every episode, she gets her butt kicked. Every time she goes against Xylan, she loses. She has no weapons. Now, not all the weapons are now that Xylan has.
Because she takes it.
And, oh my gosh, it's just like, yeah, I don't want Henry to die, but guess what? That guy's not going to kill Henry as long as they have Xylan.
And she feels guilty after this. And, but before he dies, Simon tells Nicki that the song was meant to be sung from the sword's perspective. That's the key. And then he dies, and Nicki feels guilty. But she is able to figure out from there that through his tattoo, he understands where exactly this is leading, thanks to a constellation. And so they find out that they now have a map to the forge.
Yeah. And the same map was tattooed on their shoulder. Which Xylan saw.
Yep. And at the end of this, though, they have a little, we're going to keep the restaurant now. And They just worked on the menu a bit, which they were doing in the last episode anyway.
Yep.
Kind of silly, but you know what? This episode's pretty good. I do enjoy it. I feel bad for Simon because he was a cool character. It could have been cooler, but they ended up just killing him off, and it's quite disappointing.
And he fought better than Henry.
Yeah, really did. But anyway, anyway.
Well, I mean, I was just thinking, you imagine if Henry had a gun. He could just...
Gun fu.
No, seriously, if they had guns, they could have just killed Kerwin.
Yeah.
Or anything,
You're not wrong.
How is Kerwin a better fighter than Henry and Nicki in the hallway?
Kerwin had some training, though.
When did he get training? Did he get trained by Zylan? I doubt she had time to train him.
His father had them trained, had his kids trained.
Yeah, but remember, she's like the chosen one.
That is true.
She should have kicked his butt instantly and made it in. You know
what? That's fair. But overall, this was a good episode, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I look forward to the next one, and we will be doing another review and sending it to you soon. I know we're a little behind now, but that's fine. That's fine. I hope you enjoy these reviews, and we hope you enjoy the series if you're watching it. And if you're not, what's wrong with you? Go ahead, give it a try. It's pretty good. But for Froggy and myself, one last thank you. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe here and on I Love Puppets, where we will be reviewing most of our other things. And we will see you next time. Until then, a quick bye. And remember to stay extreme.